Accelerating Mississippi is what our higher education system is all about. And we've had a real acceleration in opportunity in the leadership of these institutions in the last year. We're going to introduce 3 leaders to you today who are new to these roles, because I want you to hear the kind of talent that's been attracted to this state in these key roles. Our first speaker will be a man who took over as commissioner of Mississippi's institutions of higher learning back in the summer. It was a time that demanded strong and competent leadership, quiet servant leadership. He delivered big time, and he's been doing it ever since. Dr. Glenn Boyce previously served as Associate Commissioner for Academic Affairs at IHL, but his real experience in leadership came also taking over at a time of crisis at Holmes Community College, where he built that institution in a pillar of example for workforce training in our state. Innovation could be Glenn Boyce's middle name. He has a bachelor's degree in education from the University of Mississippi, a master's in education from Mississippi College, and his doctorate in education leadership, again from Ole Miss. From his career start as a school teacher and principal in the Rankin County Public Schools to his workforce development program leadership at Holmes Community College, Dr. Boyce has demonstrated a consistent commitment to thinking outside the box. And it's that kind of commitment that he brings to his new role as Commissioner of Higher Education here in Mississippi. Please welcome Dr. Glenn Boyce.
Those were very kind words, and I'm certainly appreciative of those. Good morning. I want to take this opportunity to start my conversation with you by thanking you. I'm keenly aware of the contributions and support you provide to our 8 universities, both as part of your respective businesses and even more so as individuals. I want you to know, and I mean this sincerely, and I speak on behalf of myself and my trustees, several of whom are in this room, and former trustees, that I can't overstate that support. That without it, our competitive position inside higher education would be diminished, and the state of Mississippi would be looked at entirely different. So I want to start by telling you how much I appreciate that and how thankful I am to each and every one of you for what you do for our universities. I've worked with many of you over the years, and it's always good to see old friends, and I say that figuratively, of course. But for those who do not know me, I want you to be aware that I have a passion for powerful relationships between the world of education and the world of business. As Blake mentioned previously, I spent 14 years at Holmes Community College, driving workforce training, entrepreneurial programs, transfer education, and economic development. As president, I was passionate about that part of our mission and was convinced through our training programs and our outreach attitude that we would make a significant difference in the life of our fellow citizens and also provide opportunity for the future of our students. My directives to our workforce division were simple, and that's perform like the businesses you serve. When challenged, innovate, create, marshal your resources, find new efficiencies, reinvent yourself if necessary, but above all, deliver the highest quality that we possibly could deliver. This is the same passion, knowledge, and attitude that I bring forward as your IHL Commissioner. We want to be a significant partner in your success. We see ourselves as an integral part of the state's economic growth, the state's economic expansion, and the state's workforce development landscape. Our students are going to become the next students to sit in your chairs, okay? They will lead, they will innovate, they will create. They will be the next great wave of entrepreneurs. And I'd suggest this to you. I'd suggest that they may be the greatest generation of entrepreneurs that the nation's ever seen. And I'll tell you, with a global economy that is incredibly complex and growing more so every single day, and economic uncertainty that their lifetimes may face, they will have no options but to rise to a new level of entrepreneurship, creativity, and innovation. They will truly, and this is sometimes an overused term, I think, but I do believe that they will truly become the architects and creators of jobs that have yet to be imagined out there. It's very important that you see us and view us as partners. We have strong relationships with Blake and MEC, and we appreciate that greatly. We have a strong relationship with Mary Swope and the MEDC, and we appreciate Mary. And I can tell you that we've launched a new relationship with Glenn McCullough and MDA, and I can't begin to tell you how excited we are to push that relationship to new levels, and how much appreciative I am for Glenn and his willingness to work so closely with us. Based on the blueprint study, we created a system level of business and university relations. Conversations with the MEC Executive Committee led to development of a statewide internship office, and we've created a position to facilitate the process. And let me encourage all of you to use that office and use it often. Internships are so valuable for our students. I can't begin to tell you also, and you well know this, that that's a great place to find the next great person to work inside of your industry. They're generally driven, and they generally have a sense of urgency to provide and create. So please do that. And in just over 2 weeks, I'm very proud to bring this out. I wish I could tell you more details, but in 2 weeks, it'll be out there, and I would really ask you to give us a contact, and we will let you know what this is going to be all about. But one of the most significant efforts to date is that we're about to add value to your businesses through the launching of the Mississippi Business Engagement Network. This is a brand new network that will allow you to find resources quickly and effectively without having to search and without having to make continuous phone calls to try to find out where we can provide resources for you. Extremely excited to launch this, looking forward to it, and there'll be a lot more information hopefully coming forth in just a couple weeks. We want our 854 degree programs to meet your employment needs, and if they aren't, and I mean this sincerely, we want to know. We want to know. We want new programs to match up with where we're driven in the state and where our economic growth and development is headed. And in those new programs, if we need to expand them, change them, alter them, we need to know. Because we want you to have not just a qualified applicant pool. We can all find qualified applicant pools, but we want you to have a competitive applicant pool each and every time you have an opening. We all know there's an enormous difference between a qualified applicant pool and a competitive applicant pool. We want you to have the talent that it takes to compete in a global economy with its complexity. As David said, this is a team sport, and we're all in this together. I was very excited to hear that my colleague, Dr. Mayfield, is back in the state as Executive Director of the Community College System. Welcome back, Andrea. I can assure you that our two systems will work as partners in every feasible way, and through this partnership, I would hope that we could find a way to push even greater value out to the business community. In fact, we're already collaborating 1 month in on a $1.2 million loan grant system, and it's just great that we will have this kind of relationship with each other, and we hope that it brings great and new value to the business community. So in closing, I have a simple request. A successful partnership requires strong communication and a willingness to serve each other. Let us know your thoughts. Please contact us. Let us know how we can assist you. And I do ask this sincerely as well. Push us beyond our expectations and keep communicating with us. Keep communicating with us. You will make us better. We will listen. And by default, everyone in this room and in our great state will benefit and be served. And I ask that in all sincerity. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you, Dr. Boyce, and it's kind of fun. Leadership Mississippi was heavily involved in helping develop the standards for that business network he's going to be releasing. We thank them, and we have many new faces in the room. We can't introduce everybody. There are a lot of new legislators and all, but it would be improper if I didn't introduce a Leadership Mississippi grad himself, a longtime MEC member who just took over as a new commissioner at the Public Service Commission, and that's Sam Britton. Sam, let's give you a round of applause, too. Well, Dr. Boyce mentioned Dr. Andrea Mayfield. And when it comes to developing a quality workforce, our new leader at the Mississippi Community College System, the executive director, Dr. Mayfield, certainly gets it. She knows workforce and she knows the state of Mississippi quite well because she served in various capacities at East Mississippi Community College for nearly 20 years before she left Mississippi for just a little while and went over to Alabama in order to run really the president of Shelton State Community College in Tuscaloosa. Now, you all know that the toothbrush was invented in Alabama, don't you? Well, if it had been invented anywhere else, you'd have to call it the teeth brush. And she realized that and decided it was time to come home to Mississippi. Okay? So I want to tell you, she had worked her way up at East Mississippi from the ground up, and she ran the scuba campus before she left for a little while and went over there to Alabama. She brings a wealth of knowledge and experience and workforce to the table, plus an academic background with a bachelor's degree in chemistry from Livingston University in Alabama, a master's in biological science at the University of West Alabama, and a doctorate in community college leadership from Mississippi State University. Well, we're already working with Dr. Mayfield in lots of ways, particularly on the governor's new workforce bill. We're going to get that thing done this year, get $50 million into your pockets, and Dr. Mayfield and community colleges are 100% behind us. Please join me in welcoming the great new leader for our community college system, Dr. Andrea Mayfield.
Thank you very much. It's truly an honor to be here today, and I'm truly pleased to be back in the state of Mississippi. This is home. It has been home for me for many years, and Mississippi is definitely where my passions lie. Imagine Mississippi as one of the top 5 site locations for new business and industry in the country. Imagine Mississippi working, a state where people are employed and touted as the most highly skilled workforce. Imagine Mississippi growth and the quality of life as one of prosperity. My name is Andrea Mayfield, and I am the new Executive Director for the Mississippi Community College Board. Our agency is charged with advancing community college system through coordination, leadership, support, and advocacy. Our agency staff and board of trustees understand varying needs of people, the importance of developing a strong workforce for economic development, and the urgency of providing relevant education and training. This is to ensure our people, our citizens, have the skills which are necessary for the specialized jobs in order to join Mississippi's workforce. I value partnerships, and partnerships have been a resounding theme today. I know from experience that coordinated efforts, which are aligned with the needs of business and industry, are the difference between failure and varying levels of success. Working as one, now more so than ever, we have the right leadership in the right places within our business community, our local and state agencies, in education, and our elected officials. This will truly allow us to accelerate Mississippi. Recognized as #1 in the nation, Mississippi community and junior colleges have the expertise and the leadership to help shape the future of Mississippi. By implementing coordinated initiatives among our partners, our team is preparing people to step into the workplace at a much faster rate for a solid return on investment. I look forward to working with all of our partners and our state's elected officials in a coordinated effort to develop effective legislation in support of need, strategy, and economic growth. Imagine, Mississippi works. Thank you for investing in our great state.
Well, it's great to have you back, Dr. Mayfield. And of course, some of you have probably wondered, what is a Jayhawk after all? Well, he probably wondered that too, which is why he accepted a job at the University of Mississippi. But maybe there were a few other reasons why Dr. Jeffrey Vitter decided to become chancellor at the University of Mississippi. And let me tell you something, when he did, Mississippi's STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math quotient went through the roof, because now we have a real scientist running the University of Mississippi. He is the 17th chancellor at the university. He previously was provost, executive vice chancellor, and the Roy A. Roberts Distinguished Professor at the University of Kansas, finding his academic home there in the Department of Electrical Engineering and Computer Science. He is a renowned computer scientist. Previously, he served in senior academic and administrative positions at Texas A&M and Purdue University and Duke University. And before joining Duke, he progressed through the faculty ranks in various leadership roles in the Department of Computer Science at Brown University. But now Dr. Vitter is closer to home. He's a native of New Orleans. His undergraduate with the highest honors is from Notre Dame. He has a PhD in computer science from Stanford University and an additional degree as an MBA from Duke. He and his wife Sharon have 3 grown children. We are glad to have you in Mississippi, Chancellor. Please welcome the new Chancellor of the University of Mississippi, Dr. Jeffrey Vitter.
Thanks, Blake. I am so happy and excited to be here in Mississippi and to have the privilege of leading the University of Mississippi. Blake told you some of my story growing up in New Orleans. I was a Jayhawk. The reason was because I married a Jayhawk 33 years ago, and if you marry a Jayhawk, you become a Jayhawk, or you don't stay married very long. So I took the first option. I had a pretty good first day on the job. This is my 7th day today. My first day, we won the Sugar Bowl. I obviously didn't have anything to do with that, although Governor Bryant just advised me I should take full credit for that win. And being here at Capitol Day is a great way to cap off my first week. I want to thank, and I'm very grateful to Commissioner Glenn Boyce and the IHL board for entrusting me with the future of one of really the country's greatest assets, the University of Mississippi. And I look forward to working with my fellow colleagues at other universities in the IHL system. I want to really affirm that Ole Miss is a committed partner to defining a more promising future for Mississippi communities, businesses, and citizens by educating the workforce of the future, by research, by entrepreneurship. They lead to innovation, jobs, and healthy communities. And I want to thank all of our legislators here today also who support us in those efforts. I've learned of the valuable role of the Mississippi Economic Council in advocating for a strong business community. I was told that Blake Wilson is the voice for Mississippi. I just didn't realize that was literally the case. I've also been told that if I could just tag along with Blake on one of his famous road shows, that I'd meet about 95% of the people in this state. But seriously, Blake, we all know and greatly appreciate the impact of your leadership here in Mississippi. So thank you. So in the short time I've been here in Mississippi, I've sensed an energy and an enthusiasm that you don't see in many places. That's really what drew me here to Mississippi and Ole Miss. Others are seeing it as well. The University of Mississippi is one of the fastest growing universities in the entire country, attracting students from every single state and from many dozen countries. We're also a magnet for innovative faculty. Their research, innovation, entrepreneurship are helping to create new business opportunities that drive activity and bring more people to Mississippi. And I want to thank Blake Wilson and the MEC leadership for providing me this opportunity, for being here today, to let you know how excited I am to be here. And I look forward to meeting each of you who are working so hard to make Mississippi even greater. So please come visit us at the university, whether it's at Oxford or at our medical center campus or one of the other campuses, to see the exciting new projects going on, and so we can talk about how we can partner together for the benefit of the state. So thank you all for this opportunity to talk today. Thank you.